Hello, Star Wars fans! And today, I actually have the newest month worth of issues. And here we go with issue 5 of the Build Your Own Star Wars R2D2. And as you notice, I do have my background a little more done up right here. So, eventually I will end up having some more images surrounding the other two sides right there. So, but so far getting pretty cool. I believe it was one of the Build Your Own X-Wing issues. Like, I believe the first one I was telling you that I had something else coming in. This is not that. So, if you remember from the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing, how I had that like really bright whitish looking thing that was supposed to look like sand. Well, I ended up finding something online that the digital image made it look like it was going to be like an actual like stone kind of pattern in like a you know, stone color, like a regular stone color, and you know, kind of resembled the stones and whatnot that they had in the Star Wars movie for Tatooine. The only thing is, when it came in, it looked exactly like the other board I got from Staples. The only difference is this had some more black speckles, like just splattered all throughout it. This, I actually found this image online, and I actually had to go to my local FedEx, and they blew the image up. And that only works if you actually print the image out that you save on an actual photo paper. That way, all the pixels will actually, you know, enlarge properly. Because if I had brought in like a paper copy, this would not be looking as good as it does. And this image was actually found by actually putting in sandstone, and it literally looks like sand, which I'm actually quite happy about that. So, alright, well, I guess we'll just get underway. And here we go, issue 5 magazine. And oh, okay, that's just what it normally says at the bottom. Building R2D2, Inside Star Wars, Filming R2D2 Part 2. And Droid Directory, Medical Droids. Basically what is in this magazine, and just going to end up flipping through the pages like I would normally do. Give you a little bit of heads up what's in here. Oh, yep. And obviously the medical droids that help build Darth Vader. A little something about bearings. And here we go. Head bearing and frame components. Alrighty, so here we go. We got a dome top plate, 5 fixing screws in black, 10 fixing screws in silver, and 10 fixing screws in black again. And then you got bearing, bearing retainer, dome frame, 20 longer fixing screws, and 20 fixing nuts. Alrighty, and this is 10 pages. 10 pages long. 10 steps. 10 steps, not 10 pages. 10 steps. And apparently all we're doing is starting the chassis for R2D2's head. So take that right on out of there. You know, I like this a lot better, seeing as, you know, these come in the plastic bags and not the, ooh, uh-oh. Oh, that was actually in the bag. I thought my hand was going all the way through. So we don't need that. Okay. Alright, so we'll get out the old box cutter. Alright. And these are going to be some good sturdy plastic for the dome here. And then you got the top plate right here. Nice die cast. Ooh, wow, look how small these are. Wow, that's funny. These are supposed to be nuts. They don't look like nuts. Some of them don't even look like nuts. I mean, look at that. And then up close, look at the side, and then you can actually see the edges on them. And then we got quite an assortment of screws here. So 4 little bags of screws, 1 bag of nuts, then you got the bearing right there, and then you got the plate for that. Alright, so obviously we need the plate. Whoop, I'm going to do it off camera right there. Sorry about that. And that's a step 1. It is saying to get the plate, the dome, and the bearing itself right there. Ooh, that's actually a pretty nice bearing. And step 1. Start by taking the dome top plate DF1, bearing DF9, bearing retainer DF10, and 2 of the shorter silver screws. Okay, which that would be these right here. And I do have a little tray, and the screwdriver is back up just in case. Okay, so 2. Okay, so 2 there, and I do still have my R2D2 screwdriver right here. Okay, and step 2, as seen in step 1, the top of DF1, which would be this, has a central molding shaped like a keyhole. Oh, yeah, right there. The bottom has a plain circular recess right there, which is the same size as the bearing. Okay. So, here we go. Step 3, press DF9 firmly into the recess. Okay, that's firmly in. Making sure that it goes in straight and that it is firmly seated against the base of the recess. Yes, it's nice and even. Okay, step 4. To prevent the bearing from coming out of the recess, you need to screw the retainer DF10 in the 2 holes indicated. Okay, which is obviously those 2 screw holes right there. Step 5, fit DF10 cover over the bearing. Okay. And use one of the silver screws to screw one end of it to one of the holes from step 4. Okay, well, I'm happy that, you know, we got all these nice, well written instructions. Of course, you know, they probably could have done these in like half the steps, but, you know, okay. Okay, so step 6 is use another screw to fix the other end of DF10 to the hole on the opposite side. Really? Oh, that's alright. I have fun with this build so far, even though not much has really gone on. Obviously, in the last issue, issue 4, we ended up being able to light up the LED. Woohoo! Well, the photoreceptor LED, so we're good with that. Okie doke. Okay, so step 7 here. Turn the assembly over and align the triangular pointer on DF1 arrowed, which would be right here, which I will actually zoom in so that way I can have a little further away there, with the matching pointer on the dome frame DF2. Okay, so right here. Okay, so and I know we have to take some stuff out of a bag here. Fit the locating pin under the pointer. Oh, yeah, sorry. Locating pin under pointer, so right there in that hole. Pointer into the hole in the rim of DF1. This will align the fixing holes to the two components. Take one of the fixing nuts provided and carefully fit it into one of the hexagonal recesses over the fixing holes in DF2. Okay, so I need to open this now. I wish I had enough of these to actually have everything completely opened up, so I can keep things stored a little bit more properly. Although I am hopefully soon here going to try to get a different kind of screw organizer. So, I mean, this will be quite easier, and I know we need these. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up and get 2 of these longer screws out ahead of time, just so that way we have them. I have an older screw organizer, but it's actually used for tools, not screws. That, and it's kind of old, so not going to be taking care of that, or using that, I should say. Okay, so this thing is really tiny. I mean, look at that. Okay, so we're gonna put it into one of these spots right up in here, and as you can see, it kind of matches, so that way it can't actually come out. Okay, so that was step 8. Okay, step 9, holding the nut in place with the fingertip. Well, common sense. Turn the assembly over and insert one of the 20 longer silver screws through the corresponding hole in DF1, so that way you can screw it into the nut. I forgot to close down my box cutter there. So, yep. Let's move that up a little bit. Alright, and then put it into here. Okay, not going to tighten that down all the way. Alrighty. And step 10 is repeat steps 8 and 9 with another nut and screw to attach to the other hole in DF2 to the edge of DF1. Yay. Oh, nice. The camera decided that it wanted to zoom out. And, or not zoom out, but decided that the autocorrect was going to kind of screw up there. Alright, it's just tight enough. Alright, and here we go, completed head assembly. So this is all we do in this issue. Alright, well, it's still kind of cool. Alright, well, seeing as I have said a couple different times that that you get a whole month's worth, so you get 4 issues to you all at the exact same time. Now, one unfortunate thing is apparently I was supposed to get a collector binder, which is one of the free gifts, and it was actually supposed to come with today's delivery. So I actually had to send send an email to modelspace.com to figure out if it was supposed to be mailed separately or if it was actually supposed to be in the same box. So I still have to wait in here, and I am not going to hear back before I make the other 3 videos. But as a another correction to other videos, this is a 25-month subscription. So I'm actually going to have content with both this and the X-Wing for 2 years, not 1. So I kind of, like initially stated that I would have content for at least a year, and then I just made it sound like that it was only going to be a year long. But no, 25-month subscription and about 2 years long. So it's still pretty cool in my book. So far coming along. And so the print is actually darker, and it's actually working out so far a lot better than the other boarding. And now this is just pretty much like taped to the other board that I had. That and just a little difference from like the X when I had this for the X-Wing and I didn't have any pictures or anything up on it. I said this thing was huge. I've actually made this smaller. I actually made it smaller. It was taking up too much space and it was too big and bulky to move around properly. So, so I had actually cut it down by 6 inches outwards on each side, and actually dropped the top down by like another 6 inches or so. So it's actually 6 inches shorter down this way and 6 inches further in this way on either side. So still works out pretty good. I still got tons of space on this on the board here for the build. So, and I do have the Star Wars A New Hope soundtrack, but for some reason my CD player isn't working. So I was gonna do a little 5-second Star Wars theme intro, but I can't do that. Because, hopefully just, that tiny little bit would have actually made it okay. So that way it would, go around, the whole copyright thing. Because it was literally just going to play the intro literally from this point in time where it starts down to when, you know, you end up seeing the images in the background and, you know, the bottom picture here. Alright, well, yeah. So, enough with that. On the back, it says what was in this issue, and coming in issue 6, your 6th parts, LCD display screen, mounting plates, and wiring. So, that's kind of cool. Alrighty. So, until the next Build Your Own R2D2, or until the next Build Your Own X-Wing, or until the next Transformers upgrade, thanks for watching.